Hey guys, welcome back to Carnivore Quest. Larry here. If you're new to our channel, me and my wife Cassie have been on a journey to lose 250 pounds eating a carnivore diet. It is day 7 of our BBBE 10,000 pound weight loss challenge. Going 60 days, y'all. And we got 1 week under our belt. I truly hope you guys are doing good, sticking to it. For those of you who are doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, you don't have to do that to participate in our challenge. It's completely free. You can be doing keto, ketovore, general carnivore, doesn't matter. As long as you're eating some kind of low carb, proper human diet lifestyle, you can participate. And I'll put the video at the end card in case you missed it and you want to participate. We'd love to have you join us. We're going to need a lot of participation to hit that 10,000 pounds. As most of you watching already know, I do gig work on the side for extra income. We have our YouTube channel, and then I also do food delivery. I love the flexible schedule. It works perfect with being on social media. But a couple days ago, I had one of my most interesting food deliveries I've ever done. This happened on Friday, and I actually wasn't planning on working that day, but I had to take my son, little Larry, to work. It's about 20 minutes from home, and on the way back, I turned on the DoorDash app just to see if, any orders popped up, because as a DoorDash driver, you can pick and choose which orders you want to take. So if something sweet came up, on the way home, might swing by, make a delivery, make an extra few bucks. Well, on my way home, a huge order popped up for Chinese food, and I decided to take it. Now, this order was well over $300. I picked up the food, and the delivery was only about 3 miles from the restaurant, and it turned out it was this really high-end apartment complex, which I hate apartment complexes. A lot of time they're really hard to navigate, but this one wasn't too bad. I had so much food in the car, I knew it was going to at least take 2 trips back and forth to get the folks their food. So I grabbed the first batch. I found the apartment. Thankfully, it wasn't on the 3rd floor. It was on the 2nd floor. I knocked on the door. No answer. So I knock on the door again, and about 60 seconds later, the door swings open, and boom, this huge billow of smoke just comes pouring out of the apartment. And I could see there's 20 people in the apartment. It was kind of dark. I saw some people playing some video games. Some other people were playing some cards. And the guy was really cool. He's like, "Oh man, thank you so much." I said, "Oh, you guys having a good time, huh?" They had to have been smoking a pound of weed in there for all that smoke to be coming out. He said, "Yeah, man, we're having a good time. We've been going since New Year's Eve." Now, this is the afternoon of January 5th.
No way!
So they've been partying for 5 days straight. And I just laughed. I gave him his food. I said, "I'll be right back. I think I can get the rest of it in one more trip." So I went down to the car, brought it back up, and I had entered that I delivered the food, so my tip showed up, and it was $12. A little disappointed, for that amount of food to be delivered. I got back to the store, gave it to him. It's funny. He's like, "Hey, you want to come in for a second?" I just, "No, man." I said, "I'm good. I'm headed home." But he whipped out $80 and he handed it to me. He said, "Man, we're having a great time. Love you guys. Keep up the good work." And an $80 tip. I was floored. I said, "Man, thank you so much." It usually take me an entire afternoon to make that. So, but I've never, in my early 20s, I partied. You know what I'm saying? I was in the casino business. I lived near Las Vegas. And but I've never been to a New Year's Eve party that went for 5 days, so I don't know what else they were doing in there, but I didn't want to know. But it got me thinking. That day I did a members live stream, and I was telling our members this story yesterday, which was Saturday. It was really on my mind, thinking about that interaction, and you never see anybody talk about it in the carnivore diet space. Marijuana use. You see the carnivore diet and people have questions about alcohol, but I can honestly say in the 3 years we've had our channel, I've never had a question about marijuana. Now, I haven't smoked marijuana in over a decade. Even you guys know I've been sober from alcohol for over 9 years, but it's been even longer since I smoked weed. And my thoughts on the legalization of marijuana is, if alcohol is legal, I think marijuana should be legal, because I've seen so much negative things come from alcohol that why not marijuana? I've always said I've never seen 2 guys get in a fist fight who are high. You know, it just doesn't happen. But I've seen countless fist fights, and I've even been in fist fights drinking. You get rid of the criminal element by legalizing it. The state makes tax revenue. And I think it's a win-win, but I definitely think it should be regulated like alcohol. 21 and over to consume it. You can't, use it while you drive, obviously. But if you're comfortable with it, because I know we have carnivores who live all over the world. And, I think there's like 18 or 19 states in the United States where it's legal now. It's not legal here in South Carolina. But if you do live in a state where it's legal, do you consume, edible marijuana or smoke it or on your carnivore diet? I was just curious because I've never even seen the topic, brought up in our community. And I think the reason that is, our community is mainly people who are, maybe 35, 40 years old and older. Most of us probably don't partake in that activity anymore, but some might, some find some medical benefits from marijuana. So if you're comfortable with letting me know, tell me in the comments, if marijuana is part of your carnivore diet. It's not part of mine. I like being sober. Actually love being sober. Even when I had all my teeth pulled, I refused narcotics for the pain. I just used ibuprofen. You guys know how important my sobriety is to me. And, when you dealt with full-blown alcoholism like I did, you cherish your sobriety. You know what I'm saying? Also, 7 days now in the BBBE challenge. And I got to tell you, today I had the flush. I spent a little time on the toilet. This is actually my DoorDash uniform. This is what I wear when I go out and do deliveries. And I was going to work today, but I decided not to because the squirts are happening. The diarrhea monster has returned. And every time we've done the BBBE challenge, I think this is our 4th time. Even if I'm eating clean carnivore previously, like you guys know I have been ever since we slipped up around Thanksgiving, I always have that second flush after starting the beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge because I'm not using any seasonings and salt only. Let me know, you guys, you having any bathroom issues already. I know from past experiences this will only last a few days. But since it was occurring, I'm sure you've heard the term, never trust a fart. Oh, that's how I feel today, So I'm going to stick close to home. I'm not going to do any gig work because this is the kind of diarrhea that Joe Rogan said, was astonishing. Very explosive. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it being over with. I feel fortunate. I'm no longer working somewhere like the auto plant where I'm stuck on the line and I got to worry about that issue. If you guys are dealing with that, it won't last long. Longer for some. Yeah, also, I'm hitting a little bit of the wall of doom, just a little bit with prime rib, if that's believable, right? We got a lot of those prime ribs during the holidays at Publix, the awesome sale they had, and I'm a little burned out on them. I don't know if I would call that the wall of doom. But I plan on running to the store and getting a few chuck roasts to make Cassie's chuck roasts. I've been craving that for some reason. And so I think that's what I'll be eating the next couple days. You guys have any questions or anything? Let me know in the comments how you're doing so far on the challenge. It's been good so far. I'm really enjoying those members' lives. I'm bringing members on screen with me. We're talking. You guys know you can become a member for $2.99 a month. Peanuts, right? And you get great accountability and community. So also, the intentional carnivore Shaun White made his return last night. He did his first live stream in almost 2 months. It was good to see him back. I want to give a shout out to him. I love you, brother. Glad to see you back on YouTube and inspiring people. That's where you belong. This is just a quick little update for you guys. I had to share that DoorDash story. It's the most interesting delivery I've had so far, for sure. So we'll see you in the next one. Remember, no sugar, no carbs, and no cheating. Later.